Good morning, guys. Today's video is about my one of my favorite companies, and that is Reliance. Reliance Industries Limited. Mukesh Ambani, of course, it has been in the limelight of late. Today, I have noted down some of the features or some of the points which I have come across. Very frankly, I have come across all of these things, and it is available for you in Google. All you need to do is type up the app towards, and you can get all of these things on Google. But I thought that I will just note it down and I will, summarize all of those things for you. And the company is Reliance Industries, and all of those points I have just noted it down. Not taking it up as in a more flashy kind of stuff or anything. I'll just go through the basic stuffs, the basic details. That's all. Like hydrocarbon exploration and production, petrochemicals, petroleum refining and marketing, retail, textiles, digital services all over the world. They got their hands on everything, man. And then when you see, it has got a market cap of 9.4 trillion rupees. Impressive. And now these things are, there's a lot of analysts and everybody has been putting up their own views and ideas and everything. And so as per them, they have got an yearly forecast of almost around 19%. Good. The company has got a very good reliable dividend. Its past year growth is almost around 10%. They got very high quality earnings. Their growth profit margin is 7.3%. Good. But what interests me more in this company, other than all of these stuffs, it looks very good, glossy, it's perfect. It's good. But what interests me more is the level of debt that the company holds, plus the insider selling ratio. These two things are what interests me more. I would like to have a look at these two things rather than anything else. So it's like, if at all, like some more of their values like P, their price to earning ratio is almost 22.38 as per standards. Their fair value, that I'll come to later on their fair value stuff. Their PEG ratio, that is price to earning growth ratio, is 1.2x. 20 analysts have viewed, and in the next 1 to 3 years they have pegged the growth of the company at 19%. That's excellent. As per the analyst, it's like around 190 rupees. As per the present rate, today's rate, they are trading at around 1600 range, and they have predicted it almost around 190 rupees above, whereas an actual count would be something like around 50 rupees per share more, until and unless too much of a volatility doesn't come in. Now comes their financial position. This is one of the things, like it's available in Google. It's showing there on different sites and nets and everything. Like their short-term financial assets, like for their short-term review, their assets are considered to be in 3 trillion rupees approximately. 3 trillion rupees is their assets. But their liability stands at 4 trillion rupees. That is like around, 2,582 billion rupees they have got in assets, and their liabilities is like around 4,129 billion rupees. How is that gonna get covered up? Of course, we know that they have got funding for almost around 97k crore in this last 8 series of fundings which they have received. But what about the rest? And that's not a small amount. Okay, their debt to equity ratio is 72.9. Their debt coverage is good. Their industry average is good, really good. But they don't have much of a notable kind of a dividends which they have given over the past 10 years. But it's a stable dividend. And then comes some of the facts like insider trading. Now that's an interesting part. Insider trading, I'll try with the buy stuffs first. Like they have bought shares worth 37.1 million rupees. They have sold stocks worth 1.1 billion rupees. Now that is interesting. I'll just give you a small detail about the, from June 1st onwards, actually this June 1st till today's date, there have been some sellings, like Lakshmikant Merchant has sold shares 8.7 lakh shares. Ketan Ravesia has sold 14.75 lakh worth of shares. Uh, Ajay Shah has sold 70.5 lakh worth of shares. Ketan Ravesia has sold 21.97 lakh of worth shares. Rakesh Agarwal 22.6 lakh. Sanjay Saxena 14.83 lakh. Arkan Davda 12 lakh. B. Narayan 1 crore worth of shares were sold. Vijay Kokha 15.45 lakh of shares. Kishore Jalaria 22.83 lakh. Now these are just the selling which has been done by insiders from 1st of June till as on today's date. And there was no significant insider buying as on this part. Might be being picked up by foreign investors or whatever it is. I couldn't get that data out of here. But this is what I summarize Reliance into the whole small summary. There is a lot more to think about. There's a hell lot more to think about this company, but these are the basic steps. And now I will come to the fair value. Right now it is share trading at the 1600 range. There's a pattern which I have noticed. Like every year the share starts climbing without this COVID issues and everything, Corona. But every year, from the month of June, mostly it's May last and June, the share starts climbing till July last or something. Because in August, I think it's in August, they actually declare the Asia's richest person in Forbes magazine and all those stuffs. So this thing comes in during the month of August. So at that time, this share starts rising. This is a pattern which I have noticed. Purely, it's my view, please. Till August, the share actually rallies up. Like around 1600, 1700. It has been a pattern from some time right now, like last 2-3 years or something like that. And as soon as Mr. Mukesh Ambani has been declared as the richest person in Asia, after that, the share value starts coming down to 1300, 1200, 1100 range. Might be, let it just stay over there. Fine. Okay. So these are the stuffs mainly, and a fair price. Like it's trading at 1600 range. It has got a high level of depth. It has got insider sellings going on. Of course, there are businesses, there is income coming in, but with this Corona stuff and lesser reduction of this, considering the crude oil prices, and considering another one more fact that of course Jio is Jio has got a very good client circle here in India, but Airtel and Vodafone Idea is not far behind. Even though they are also a debt-ridden company, their client base is also very good, and they might progress more than Jio in the coming times. I'm optimistic about that because the fair value which I consider for Reliance is something in the range of 1000 to 1100. So my take on this, like I would actually sell the stock at any highs that I get for that particular kind of target. And once, if you're into buying that stock for a long range kind of stuff, I would actually suggest go in for picking Reliance below 1000 range. From there you can find an upside, but right now, or as of any kind of an ups, even it going 40 to 50 points up, like with the news of 8 investments coming in and each and everything, I would actually sell that stuff. And I would actually short that stuff so that I can gain out of it 50 points, 100 points, good. I'll square it off. I'll short again. I'll square it off till the time it doesn't reach back to below 1300, below 1200 levels. Then I would wait for it to go a little more down before buying that stock and then holding it for a short-term period. For a long term, I don't think the share is worth it. Holding it for a period of 6 months to 1 year, okay, good. Above that, I don't think so. So that's it. That's my take on Reliance. Happy trading.